meet the 165-pound Muay Thai fighters. First, fighting out of the knockouts, haircuts for men, red corner. From the Grudge Training Center in Urbana, Colorado, Willy. And fighting out of the Last Call Tavern blue corner. From Ultimate Performance in Pueblo, Colorado, Troy. This 165-pound Muay Thai bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Referee is Oscar Martinez.
Knockout haircuts for men brings us bout number 3 this afternoon, a 165-pound fight featuring the Grudge Training Center fighter Willy Najera facing off against the Ultimate Performance of Pueblo fighter Troy Mumme. Mumme. Thank you.
Welcome. Me.
Oscar Martinez calls the fighters to the center. Wearing the red gloves, it's Najera. Mumme in the blue gloves takes a couple of hard shots early.
Wow, Najera's on all over him right now. That was quick.
Mumme doing good knee work in the clinch.
Very relaxed.
And a hard shot by Najera snaps back the head of Mumme. Mumme eating some big shots. Unfortunately, showing off how tough he is early in this fight.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And these guys are getting after it right away, which is always what the fans want to see. Najera putting some knees together here.
Good attack by Najera, mixing things well. Body kicks, good punches, doing well in the clinch. Mumme pressures forward but eats a hard left.
Mumme doing a nice job though, staying calm and staying, collected in here. He's definitely taking some shots here, but he doesn't seem to be rattled. He seems very composed. Although Najera is doing a really nice job of not letting him get out of range, so he's keeping the pressure on Mumme right now, and I think that may very well be the key for Najera.
And Mumme thinking like, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe he's thinking that Najera's going to punch himself out and he'll be able to come back a little later on, but that's a tough tactic here with the kind of fight that Najera's putting on early here in round 1.
Yeah, that and relying on counter striking is always a bad idea. I mean, you and I talk about this all the time, JR. If you're a new fighter, new to the game, the best advice that anybody could ever give you is stay busy in there. Don't stop the attack. Obviously, things can go, haywire in there, but if you stay back and become tentative, it's almost a guaranteed loss.
And Mumme takes a hard shot as the 10-second clacker sounds. And as he was on his way down, a knee was thrown and it caught him in the head. So you're not allowed to knee to the head here in this division, but he's gonna make the count, and we're gonna go to round number 2.
Wow, I actually believe that was a straight left hand that dropped him and followed with a knee, which is exactly what you referenced earlier. But Najera definitely stung by that. Mumme definitely stung by that. Najera doing a hell of a job of keeping the pressure on late in that round to steal the round. Not that I think he lost the round. I actually think he kept the pressure on the whole time. But again, very emphatic last 10 seconds. Always makes an impression on the judges. So very, very nice job right there by Willy Najera of keeping the pressure on and keeping him in the judges' minds when they're making the decision in between rounds. Great job. For Troy Mumme, he's definitely going to have to come out and be up more of the aggressor. He's also going to have to, I think, avoid the counter-striking option because he's getting outstruck right now by the length of Najera and by the aggressiveness. So, second round about to begin here. Hopefully Troy Mumme's got a different strategy for round 2.
And if you're in the corner in Najera, you're probably just saying more of the same, keep the pressure on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, with the knockdown at the end, you've got your opponent hurt.
That's right.
Mumme comes out looking fairly fresh here for round number 2, so knockdown doesn't seem to be having any ill-lasting effects, but Najera backs up against the ropes, and it's Mumme that pressures forward with a strong flurry. Not a ton of power in those punches, but definitely keeping his hands a lot busier than he was in round number 1.
Busy is good.
And Najera taking a couple of deep breaths, maybe looking like he is a little bit weathered here. So
saw that too.
That strategy that we think Mumme had to let Najera punch himself out, maybe that's going to play out here in round number 2.
Definitely interesting, and Najera's got a lot longer of a reach than Mumme does, and I'm surprised he's not utilizing that early in the round if he needs to catch a breather here. And he just took a big, deep breath, just like you said, JR.
He did, and resting his arms on the ropes as he did so. So almost all Najera, round number 1. Mumme pressuring forward here, taking over in round number 2.
Najera doing a nice job of throwing with power, where Mumme's doing a nice job of throwing with volume right now in this second round.
And referee Oscar Martinez taking a close look at the eyes of Najera as he backed out there. So I think he's seeing some of the same of what we are. We're going to see if Najera is able to keep himself going here in round number 2. Mumme misses with the big overhand right, follows nicely with the knee, and then Mumme a good job of punching on the exit.
And here comes Najera to finish out strong in the second part of the round. He's there's the 10-second clacker, and he's trying to stay busy right now, but I got to tell you, Troy Mumme did a really nice job of, in my opinion, taking that round by staying busier. I got this fight at 1 apiece right now, going into the third and final round. Anybody's fight, I guess it really does come down to who's going to be busier.
Serving all the food in the VIP area today. Award barbecue experience with locations in Bear Creek and Boulder. Give them a like on Facebook. Poe's Original Barbecue.
Whistle is sounded for round number 3. Referee Oscar Martinez ushering the cornermen out of the ring. Here we go for the third. So Ron, you and I both have a 1-1. Let's see if the conditioning of Mumme pays off. We had alluded to in round number 1 that we thought he had a pretty poor game plan, and here he is letting it pay off.
Absolutely right. Don't listen to us. Whatever you guys do, don't listen to us.
And both these guys coming out looking to pressure to start the third. And little head wrap there, not allowed in Muay Thai.
I would have to say that Mumme is absolutely the aggressor to start this third and final round, JR. But Najera right now, I think sensing that, looking to get himself back in this game by getting out and staying busy with that reach.
And I think the corner of Najera was in his ear in between rounds, saying you're gonna have to pressure here, you can't wait, and he's doing exactly that.
Yeah, and that really is such a fundamental, piece of advice for anybody, any level of fighting. Stay busy in that fight, earn your money, or earn your time in there, and obviously things will most likely go your way.
Najera with a good flurry there. Let's see if that took all of his reserves. Apparently not, because it's Najera that pressures forward and in the clinch stays busy with his hands, not using the clinch to rest.
Both these guys staying tight, right in the pocket, real close clinch match here. And really hard to score this fight though, JR.
Yeah, 1-1 in rounds 1 and 2. Round number 3 seemingly pretty even here. See if anybody's able to put together something really, really decisive.
And there comes Najera now, using that reach, using those long strikes.
And Mumme covering up for a moment. That could cost him. 10-second clacker, see if anybody's able to flurry with authority here. And trying to put a shin to the face was Najera to end the fight. We're going to take it to the judges, Ron.
Nice job by both these guys. Very, very difficult fight to score here, I got to tell you. I had it first round for Najera, second round for Mumme, third round, couldn't even tell you. So
At the end of 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Mills scores about 30-26 Najera. Judge Mills scores about 29-27 Najera. And Judge Hilsevek scores about 30-27. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Willy! Sean in the ring with Willy. Willy taking through that fight a little bit. Looked like the pace was pretty fast to start. You heard your opponent early in the first round and then slowed down in the clinch a little bit. Makes sense, man. What's next for you now? Sounds good. Anybody want to thank? Congratulations on your victory. Give it up for your winner, Willy! Najera.